We are catering services for multiple verticals in the sense we are doing land parcels, we are doing for commercial spaces like office spaces, we are
Mm-hmm.
doing for virtual offices, the managed offices, private offices. So each one of them have different set of attributes. I'm not sure like if we need to create each one of them as modules or we can deal with that in the leads itself with some set of layout rules based on the assert type. We can just go with uh, what question needs to be asked based on that. And
Okay.
everywhere,
Now,
like I see some or other kind of limitations. I'm not sure if I gave all the inputs to you.
okay. So let's start from the beginning.
Yes, please.
You have different verticals in your business. Different.
Yes.
Okay. Now those verticals are when you're getting leads. The lead process, is it the same for all those verticals or it's completely different?
Uh, Lead processing is going to be almost similar, but
Okay.
then when we collect the requirement from them, because it's pretty much not like a product that we have in shelf which we are trying to sell,
I
right?
understand. I
So it's going
understand
to
at
be
this point. Of course.
so we are going to gather the requirement from buyers as well as sellers.
Okay, so that's very simple.
So those are going to be every requirement is basically a lead, and from there we are just trying to convert them as contacts, and sellers attributes needs to get on to say assert, which is
Mhm.
going to be like product, and requirement has to get in somewhere, maybe in the assert itself, but having uh, uh, drop down or a variable to say like whether it is a buyer or a seller.
Okay, so let's start from the beginning. So you have here
Yes.
the leads,
Mm-hmm.
and if you go to the leads, as you said, before,
Mm-hmm.
you can have using the layout rules, you can have different sections to display the information, right?
Based on the assert type, yes.
Good. So that will solve problem number one, which is displaying different type of information in the lead cycle.
Perfect.
The second thing that I like to suggest, lots of people will have in the lead section lots of details that they are collecting from clients. And I'm not sure if this is the right way. I think that the lead's supposed to be a place that you just babysit the person all the way to a meeting or some meaningful conversation, and then you know if there is an opportunity or not. I don't
Okay.
think that you need to collect too much information here. It's just, for me, it's just about, let's say, the attempts. Let me just go to the blueprint
Mm-hmm.
because the blueprint will show really the process.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just really about trying to attempt to connect with the client multiple times. It can be 4, 5, 6, 10 times,
Okay.
as much as you want.
Okay.
And when you feel that the person is serious, then you're converting him. So you're not really collecting too much information. In the
Okay.
deal process is a bit different because buyer and seller and investor and renter, all of them are completely different than the deal cycle is totally different. If I am selling a property, there need to be media day to collect pictures, there need to be promotion, there need to be pushing to socials, contracts. There are lots of steps. Buying a place is something completely different, is locating properties. It's all different. What you can do in the deal cycle, I would stay with one layout. I don't like the concept of multiple layouts. I would go with pipelines. And in the pipeline, you can have one pipeline for a seller, for a buyer, investor, renter, land, whatever you think is right. And each one of them will have different stages, and each stage will carry different type of automation or maybe different type of blueprint.
Okay. Okay.
Is it making sense?
Yep. I need to explore on this pipelines. I have not gone through that yet. I'll do that.
Okay.
Okay. Makes sense. but then there was one other challenge that I had. Like when I tried for multiple layouts, there are restrictions of 3 layouts for the enterprise edition.
Okay.
Only 3 layouts per module is what we can take up. And in our case, there are multiple verticals. We have about 7 verticals. So I cannot go with layout. So that's the reason why I need to go for within the layout rules itself, based on what the asset type is.
It's not about, look, I have multiple videos on the channel about layouts, and it's explaining exactly why you don't want to have layouts. Layouts are not, my friend, I did hundreds of implementations, hundreds. I never saw a case that layouts was a good reason, not even one. When you're doing layouts, you are limited. You're always limited. When you're editing a record, you cannot go back. You need to delete the record, start it from scratch if you messed up. I don't think that layout is a great, option.
Okay.
Do the layout rules have at the top? So let's say you have here at the top of the module, you will have a pick list of deal type, and the deal type will have seller, buyer, and based on that, you're going to have layout rules, and the layout rule will display different sections.
Perfect. Yes.
If you do that, you're golden. That will give you the solution, and you're not be in a problem with the limitations of the layout.
Perfect. And the second thing, so this is where I'm coming to. So layouts had issues, so I need to go for this option. So when I go with this option, the issue that I am facing on is if I want to assign based on one specific asset type onto a specific sales representative. And I don't want them to, for example, I have the asset type as land, commercial, and residential, right? So everything that goes on land, I have a separate vertical called land. I want only those sales rep to look into that records.
Yep. So you have no problem. You have 2 options to do it. One is you can go under the automation. You can go with the assignment rules.
Okay.
And if you will have the course, I think it's lesson 15. Okay. And the assignment rules, you can assign specific people and specific groups to specific criteria. So let's say people leads from Toronto with a value of over $10,000 will go to Jeff and Josh. Okay, so you can play with it. Now, the assignment rules will work only on incoming leads from APIs, which means Zapier, website integration, Zooforms, not when you're creating it manually. So if that doesn't work, then you can go with the workflow rules, and the workflow rules will be able to accommodate any type of case. Then I started this webinar with a short video on how to work with layout rules. With the workflows. So you can check it out.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
No problem.
Thank you.